Hey, have you ever felt like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall when it comes to motivating your team? Like something stick, but a lot just slides right off? You are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea from Kim Scott's Radical Candor, one that's going to totally change how you think about ambition and your team. So, let's jump right in.
So let me ask you something, straight up. Are you motivating everyone on your team the exact same way? You know, with the standard stuff, the promise of a bonus, the shot at a promotion, the public shout-out. It's such an easy trap to fall into, right? But here's the thing. It assumes everyone wants the same prize. And that assumption, it's a huge mistake.
And we're not just talking about being a little inefficient here. No, this goes way deeper. This is about engagement, just dying on the vine. When you get what drives someone wrong, you're not just failing to light a fire under them, you could actually be pushing them right out the door. The stakes here are incredibly high.
Okay, so where do we even begin to fix this? Well, it starts with us. It starts by challenging our own definition of what ambition even means. Is it really just about climbing that corporate ladder? Because if that's our only definition, it's a super narrow view, and frankly, it's holding your team back.
This quote from Kim Scott just nails it. See, our job as leaders isn't to hand people a purpose. It's to figure out what their own personal long-term goals are. And then, this is the magic part, help them see how their work right now is a stepping stone to that bigger dream. That is how you build real, lasting loyalty and that unstoppable drive.
This leads to a huge shift in thinking from what we call talent management to growth management. And look, this is not just about changing the words we use. It's a fundamental change in your role as a leader. Instead of just slapping labels on people, high potential, solid performer, you become a partner in their personal growth journey. You're not just identifying talent, you're actively helping to grow it.
So, to make this all a bit more concrete, Kim Scott gives us these two incredibly helpful archetypes. And let's be clear, these aren't rigid boxes to stick people in. Think of them more like lenses that help us see and understand the different flavors of high performance. We're talking about rock stars and superstars.
First up, let's talk about your rock stars. These folks are the absolute bedrock of your team. They're that steady, reliable force of nature. They love their work, they've mastered their craft, and what they really value is stability. They provide that crucial consistency that every single team needs to function. They're not trying to shake things up, they're trying to perfect them.
And then, on the other side of the coin, you have your superstars. These are your agents of change. They are fueled by a steep growth curve. They're always asking, what's next? They're hungry for new challenges, new skills, new opportunities. These are the people who will push your whole team forward into new territory.
So what does this mean for you as a manager? Well, you can't treat them the same way. Your rock stars need to be seen and valued for their deep expertise. The huge risk here is that they get overlooked because they aren't making a lot of noise. Your superstars, on the other hand, need to be fed with constant challenges and mentorship. If you starve them of that, they're gone.
And let me just shout this from the rooftops. You absolutely 100% need both. This isn't a competition. One is not better than the other. Think about it. Your rock stars create the stable foundation that gives your superstars the freedom to take big risks. Then those risks create innovations that become new domains for the rock stars to master. It's a beautiful, symbiotic relationship.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually figure this stuff out? Who's who and what do they really want? Well, the answer is simple. You stop guessing and you start asking. And there's a fantastic, structured way to do this called the 3 career conversations.
The framework itself is wonderfully simple. It's 3 distinct conversations. First, you get to know their life story, to understand their past. Second, you explore their dreams, to understand where they want to go. And finally, you build an 18-month plan to connect today to that future. So that first conversation is all about their life story. You're just trying to understand their journey. You ask about their background, the major pivots in their life, the moments that really shape them. And this isn't about being nosy. It's about understanding the core values that drive them. It's how you see the whole person, not just the employee.
Next up is my favorite one, talking about dreams. You just ask them to go for it, to paint a picture of what their career looks like at its absolute peak. What are they doing? What kind of impact are they making? This isn't about setting specific goals just yet. It's about identifying their ultimate North Star.
And the third conversation is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you take that huge, amazing dream and you make it real. You connect it back to right now. You ask, okay, what skills can you build? What projects can you take on in the next year and a half that will be a real step toward that dream? This is how you make the daily grind feel truly meaningful.
You see what's happening here? These conversations are the ultimate expression of caring personally, which is the heart of the whole radical candor philosophy. You're building incredible trust and moving from a transactional boss-employee relationship to a true partnership. It's a total win-win. All right, so you've had these amazing conversations. Now what? You can't just let all that incredible information float around in your head. You need a system. And that's where this super practical tool comes in, the growth management map. It looks simple, but trust me, this thing is a powerhouse. For every single person on your team, you just jot down a few things. What's their growth trajectory right now? Are they in a sprint or more of a marathon? What's their core motivation? And then, the most important part, what is the very next thing you are going to do to support them? It's your personalized leadership roadmap right on one page. And this map does something else that's so important. It helps you avoid your own biases. It forces you to be intentional about supporting every person on your team, not just the ones who are loudest about their ambitions. It ensures that every growth path gets the respect and support it deserves.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. This is the big idea. As the leader, your job isn't to force everyone down the exact same path. It's to help each person discover and pursue their own definition of success, celebrating both the person who wants to reach the summit and the person who finds total fulfillment mastering the trail.
So, time to make this real. Here's your challenge for this week. Just pick 3 people from your team. That's it, 3. Schedule a super informal 15-minute chat. Ask them what's giving them energy at work, where they see themselves in a couple of years, and the key question, how can I help? Then just listen and start your map.
And I'll leave you with one final question to think about. Take a really honest look at your team and your own habits. Are you creating an environment where all types of ambition can flourish? Or are you unintentionally rewarding only the loudest ones? Getting this right is the absolute key to building a truly exceptional team.